Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is one that's really close to my heart. We're going to be talking about how crochet can be a powerful tool for managing depression. Now, whether you're new to crochet or it's already been a part of your life, you might be surprised by how much this craft can do for your mental health. This video is part of my brand new Crochet and Mental Health series, where we are going to explore meaningful ways that crochet can support our well-being. So grab a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, a hot chocolate if that is your jam, your favorite yarn, and let's dive in. First, let's talk a little bit about depression. It's a serious mental health condition that can make even the simplest task feel overwhelming. You know, that whole making an anthill feel like a mountain kind of thing, or making mountains out of anthills, however that quote goes. But the truth is that you're not alone. Millions of people experience it, and there is help available. Today, I want to focus on how crochet can be comforting, or a comforting part of your journey towards healing. Crochet can be so much more than just a hobby, and here's why. Meaningful repetition. The repetitive motion of crochet is like a form of meditation. Studies have actually shown that repetitive actions can lower cortisol levels, that's the stress hormone, and help you calm your mind. 2, it's creative expression. When you finish a project, whether it's a tiny bookmark or a big cozy blanket, it brings a sense of accomplishment and purpose over you. And let's be honest, that is a win that we all need sometimes, which is why I sometimes stress, do the quick wins, the small projects, especially after a big project. Always have something small right after, so that way you can finish something quickly. It brings that feeling of accomplishment, this dopamine release of endorphins, hormones in your body that just feel so good. So having those tiny projects that you can accomplish can be really helpful and beneficial to your mental health. Community connection. Crochet brings people together. Joining a crochet group, either in person or online, can help you feel support and part of something bigger, such as my crochet club. It's a perfect example of this. We meet each week in a Zoom meeting or a live, so you can choose if you actually want to be seen and heard, or if you just want to be a fly on the wall. Listens in, but doesn't have to be seen or heard. But if you want to actually feel like you're in the room with everybody, you can. That was a very important part of my membership program, something I stressed and wanted to make sure I could make happen. And by being a part of a group, sometimes this group is the only interaction people have all week. Sometimes this group are the only people that they can talk crochet with in their entire lives. And so the importance of having a group support can really make you feel like someone can see you, hear you, understand you, and that you're a part of something. And that's extremely special. In fact, there is a study that was published in the British Journal of Occupational Therapy, found that 81% of participants felt happier after crocheting, and many said that it helped them feel more connected to others, which is incredibly special. I mean, it's hard when you're adults. I mean, we don't have school anymore where we're forced to be together. In the real world, we have to make that happen. So finding your people is so incredibly important. If you're new to crochet, start small. Projects like soap sacks, they're quick and rewarding, and you can even donate them to charities, which is awesome. Other beginner-friendly ideas would include like those 7-inch by 9-inch rectangular sections that we can make for Warm Up America. You know, those are stash busters. So if you have yarn that you just need to get rid of, just make a couple of these 7-inch by 9-inch sections and ship them to Warm Up America. They join them together to make whatever blanket size they need or scarves that they need to forward on to nonprofit charities that are seeking donations. Fingerless gloves, bookmarks, cup cozies, or even a simple lapgan. These are all great ways to ease into crochet without feeling overwhelmed. They're all kind of those quick win projects, also projects that you can make and donate, so you don't like accumulate clutter. But pay attention to yarn textures and colors as well. Plush, soft yarns, they can feel comforting to your hands, and bright, cheerful colors like yellows and blues, they have also been shown to lift your mood. You know, color psychology. I think I did a video on this once where colors can actually affect your mood. And so if you're struggling with depression, choosing to have certain yarn colors around you might help, and certain yarn textures, just having something that you can the textiles, having something you can feel that just feels pleasant and makes you smile, makes you happy. That can also help and be a big deal as well. So just little things that can potentially be helpful to somebody that's experiencing depression that is yarn crochet related. You can find beautiful yarns at your local yarn store also, Michael's, Joann's, Hobby Lobby, so you don't have to break the bank. But there are online options too if these stores are not next to you. There's Hirschners.com, Premier.com. Oh goodness, we got CascadeYarns.com, UniversalYarns.com, all of these locations where they're more dominantly sold on their website than they are in big box stores. And there's so many options, and there's so many beautiful, beautiful colors and textures. You've got to check them out. I've received and heard so many touching stories from members of our crochet community. One follower shared with me, and I actually have her email right here. It said, with my depression and sometimes anxiety, crochet gives me a baseline of calm and accomplishment. I see the progress, even if it's just a row or I learned a new stitch, and I've become a full-on yarn obsessed person once I learned of the existence of yarn shops in 2023. I found that crocheting during meetings would help me concentrate more and pay attention. I don't want to say anyone's name, so all of these are completely anonymous, but I've heard multiple people that have shared with me that crochet has helped them through depression of loss of family members. I had one woman share an extremely emotional story with me where she was walking and got hit by a drunk driver, and unfortunately it left her paralyzed and the inability of using a lot of the function in her body. She was starting to feel as though she was a burden on her loved ones, and it was a really, really low, dark time for her until she found crochet. Being able to work a row. She wasn't working very fast. The progress was extremely slow, but she was able to complete a soap sack, and she was able to donate it. And she shared with me the ability to do that filled her with so much hope and helped show her a light that saved her life. It was powerful enough to do so. I don't want to speak for her. I just want to share the story of her and let people know that crochet is incredibly powerful. What it can do for people that are experiencing depression. It can give you hope. It can give you a distraction. It can give you something else to focus on so your brain isn't going to dark places. These stories, they remind us that crochet it's more than a craft. It's healing. If you are struggling with depression, I encourage you to pick up a crochet hook and some yarn and give crochet a try. It might just be the soothing escape that you needed. And remember, it's not about perfection. It's about finding joy in the process. If you'd like to connect with a supportive community, check out my Crochet Club membership. For anyone looking for help with mental health, I've included links to resources in the description section below, and I'll put some on the screen as well. You're not alone in this, and there are people who care and want to help you. So thank you so much for spending time with me today. Until next time, happy crocheting.